Hello, welcome to Tuesday Live, week 2 of the Linnéa Sewalong. And I'm gonna check that we're really live inside the Facebook group. Never hurts to double check, right? So I know I'm on YouTube. I know I can trust good old YouTube. And I see a few of you here. If you can hear me and see me okay, let me know. Let's see. Let's do that. I'm gonna switch mics. So I think you can hear me better on this one. Less of a background noise, right? Oh, hi Gigi! Hello! Awesome! I'm gonna give it a few minutes for Facebook to catch up with us too, and let me just go in there and double check that I'm showing up. Let me refresh the screen. Let's see. I think everything's slowing down with this heat wave we've had for like past few days now. It's been like 105, 108. I'm like, what? It's like an oven out there. Oh, yes, I see myself. And then also, I'm going to put this in the comments in the Facebook group. If this is the first time you're joining one of our lives here, I'm actually broadcasting with the third party app that's called Ecamm Live, which means that I can see your comments from both YouTube and Facebook and interact on both platforms. But that also means that I need to ask you to give Ecamm, the software I'm using, permission to see your name when you're commenting from Facebook. Otherwise, it'll just say Facebook user. And I'm going to put the link here in the comments inside the Facebook group. And it says, uh, I'm broadcasting with Ecamm Live. Interact with the broadcast by granting Ecamm Live permission to see your name. And there's a link going to Ecamm, and you just click on it and just give permission, and then you come back. And then I can see your name when you post something. Let's see, instead of, let's see. Oh, look at that. See, Susan's giving me permission already. So you only need to do this once. So if it's the first time you're joining us from Facebook, you just need to do it once inside the Facebook group, and then we're good to go. So I see Susan, Barbara, hello. And let's see. And oh, we have some more folks that joined us from YouTube. Hi, Deborah. I know you said you were coming to the event on Facebook and you joined us from YouTube instead. Katrine, hello. Hello, Lynn. And then we have, and Kim is here, YouTube, and all is good. Very, very good. Yay. And Facebook's letting me stream into the Facebook group again. There was like a little glitch in the back, and then I'm glad it's fixed. So I did a grainy like test, was it a couple days ago? I was like, let me see if this works now. You never know. It has its updates, and then you need to go in and tweak everything. And then we have Julie. Hi, Julie. Hope you are doing okay. Let's see. Wendy's joining us from Iowa. Oh, yes. Please do share where you're joining us from, too. Those that have been with me for a while already know to introduce yourself and let us know where you're joining us from. Because I think that's one thing that's super neat is that we're joining these live streams from all over the world, right? Which is super fun. And here we go. Robin's here from Williamsburg. Awesome sauce. And then we have Facebook users that said hello. Let me go see inside the Facebook room. That's Joy. Hi, Joy. If you could just give Ecamm permission to see your name. I posted the link in the comments. So if you see that, then I can see your name when you're posting here on YouTube. On these live streams as well. Blop, 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 blop. Zaza, hello. And then we have from Massachusetts. Who's that? Oh, that's Mary Ellis. Hi, Mary Ellis. I just couldn't see your name, so I had to like go to Facebook and check both, which is okay. So let's see. And hello from Joy. Hi, Joy. That was Joy right there. Gigi's from Maine. And oh, Darla's from Ontario. And Kim's from South Dakota. I'm in Southern California. And like I said a few minutes ago, it's been super duper hot. So if my computer dies of heat stroke, you know why. Yeah. I mean, it's literally like stepping out into an oven. So good thing we have EVP so we can just stay indoors, crank up the AC, and stay in the cool temperature inside and enjoy ourselves. Yay! And Rhonda's made it today. Hi, Rhonda. And Lynn is from Michigan. So let me know in the comments, were you able to make at least 6 little petals so we can get started sewing these today? And remember, I told you to not base the bottom. Let me actually switch the camera. Switchy poo. Move my keyboard out of the way. Let's do a quick switch. Let's see. I think it's this one. Yeah, we can do that one. And I'll move my head a little bit out of the way. And I lock the seam. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's see. So today you should have at least 6 petals done. Did I freeze? I did. Hold on. We can do it this one. No. See, now it's giving me grief again. Huh. It's frozen. Well, we'll do face to camera. So you should have 6 petals done. Right? Yes. And we're going to do the work on the 2 center variations. So you have a full circle, and then we got the little pie shapes. So you would need 6 pie shapes to make a full circle, right? So you can do either way, whichever one you prefer. And let's see here. I got Lynn from Michigan. Hello. Oh, it's only 80 there today, Julie. Wow, you're lucky. What's humid? It's been humid, right? Yeah. It's just super duper hot here today. And I'm gonna switch camera again. Oh my god, what is this going on? I just checked it like right before we went live. Everything was working okay. And now it's frozen. Frozen. Okay, let's do this. I'm just gonna switch to screen sharing. Let's do that. I'll let you enjoy this while I double check why it's frozen again. Crazy camera. Let's see here. And I love how technology is so awesome when it works, and then when it doesn't, like a big honking pain in the butt. Oh, Barbara's still doing her homework. And Barbara is from Texas. Yes, Barbara, I've seen all your assignments coming in and they're awesome. Love them. Love, 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 love them. And then we have someone from Massachusetts. Hello. Let's see. Did I miss anyone here? Oh, Zaza said, I wish it was 80 degrees here, Julie. It's nowhere near that warm. How warm or cool is it in Scotland now, Zaza? I'm curious to know. Let's see if my crazy camera's working. Oh my god, it's frozen. Hold on. While I double check the tech why it's frozen, it froze on the last screen here. Why? Let's see. Does this one work? No. I got like 3 settings. Let's see. Oh, dang it. No, we don't want that. Hold on. Let's see. Page in page. This is so funny. I'm like waving my hands under the camera and it's still like, nope. Ain't gonna do it today. Let's see. Nothing like troubleshooting when we're live, right? Let's see here. Okay, all the settings are good. disconnect. When all else fails, disconnect and reconnect, right? Let's see here. Ooh. Okay, I think we're doing it. Hold on. I don't want you to get dizzy, so I'm gonna switch screen real quick. Let's see. So I'll share the screen. While I do this. Thanks for your patience, guys. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. And now it's frozen again. If it keeps on freezing, then I'm gonna have to reschedule or something. Cause if I can show you what I'm doing, then it doesn't make much sense, does it? Hold on. Why are you being such a booger? Let's see. Because I want to be able to show you overhead, but something's not agreeing. Okay, disconnect. And reconnect. Everything worked until I went live, so I don't know if there's an issue. Oh, there we are. It's mirrored the other way though. Is this okay? Or is it gonna be confusing? Let me know. Oh, I hate it when it's this direction, because then it's mirrored and it's confusing. You're good to go? Alright, let's go for it. Upside down it is. And now I'm confused too. So you should have 6 petals done by this week. It's 16 degrees in Belgium. Oh, that's chilly. Chilly. Oh, it's 14 degrees in Scotland. 57. Oh my god, that's like winter. That's like winter here in California. I know you're laughing at me right now, Salsa. All right, so the camera's not agreeing. It's not wanting to face the way I work, but I think this is still okay since we're still overhead at least. I'm gonna adjust it, wiggle it a little bit, like so. Yeah, I'm not gonna look because then I'm gonna confuse myself. There we go. So we have 6 petals done by today. So we're gonna start putting those together. Remember I told you do not baste the bottom edge. The reason we don't want to baste it is because we're actually just gonna, as I call it, EPP applique the top to the petals once they're sewn together, okay? But, so you have 2 options here. I want to make sure I mention both. You could sew all the pie pieces together too. So you have 6 little pie pieces. Barbara, are you on the curved module in the academy yet? If not, then this is a good little preview. So we have 6 little pies that make up a circle, right? So when you make these pies, let me switch that. You could technically put them all together so that they're a full circle before you attach them to your petals. So I'm going to show you both options. Or you could do them one by one and attach each petal to each pie shape like so. So you have two options. My option, I think, is easier just to do the full circle and then attach it. It's much quicker too. So I'm going to show you that way. And when you sew these together, I will show you how to baste these. So if you want to get ahead for next week, you could sew them together as well. So what you want to do is sew 3 together and sew the next 3 together. So you have 2 halves, right? And after you have the 2 halves, that's when you want to sew them together with the long seam right across. And we want to match up the center. Sew one side and center and sew the second side. That way you get that nice little neat perfect matching up point in the center. Hi, Lori! Okay, so let's start by sewing our petals together. This is much easier than doing petal and pie one at a time, okay? So we just want to match these up. And what I want you to pay attention to is matching the top curved part. That's where you want to match. Don't focus on matching up the sides. You want the tops to match because you might be a little bit off here on the corners when you baste your pieces, which is totally fine as long as the top matches. So when you have your two pieces right sides together, make sure the top curved part is nice and smooth. They line up. And then we should have it somewhat center on there too. See how even my little corners are a little bit off? I'm gonna cut. There we go. They're a little bit off, but that's okay as long as my top is matching up. And then we'll start sewing this side together. Remember how we didn't baste the bottom? So I just kind of want to feel where the paper is. And I'm gonna start about 1 or 2 stitches away from where the paper starts. And I'm using a milliner's size 11 needle today. You can tell it's quite long. Oops. Oh, I'm like getting dizzy from looking at me the wrong way. And it has a long, narrow eye, which is skinny and makes it so that it goes through the fabric really easily. And I'm using this thread today. Bottom line. Oh, it's that. Oh, hold on. Let me do this. There you go. That makes more sense. Oh, this is so confusing. Whoop, there we go. This is bottom line 60 weight, number 624 in natural white. I just used a big cone here, but you can buy them in the little spools too. Okay? And I just saw something about hot water bottles. Is it that cold? Well, yeah, in the 50s, that is kind of freezing. And so I had a knot already on the end of my thread here. I came through once. I'm just going to come through one more time just to secure that stitch. And then I'll be sewing my way up the side here. If I miss a question, just type it again because I'm getting dizzy looking at myself on the monitor upside down. Oh, there we go. There we go. And my stitches are in between 1/16 and 1/8 of an inch long-ish, I would say. Yeah, they're not 1/16 and they're not quite 1/8. I think 1/8 of an inch stitch, that's too wide, too big a stitch. So you kind of want it somewhere in between. And one good thing to do to check to see if your stitches are too far apart after you sew your pieces together, I came to the corner. I'm going to do second stitch. Wrap my thread around and secure it. And one good way to check if your stitches are too wide is pull it a little bit, and if it gaps too much, you know you need to pull your stitches harder or make your stitches slightly smaller. Okay? And then we'll just bury the thread. I'm just gonna carry it over to the next petal. I think I laid these out. I wanted them a certain way, but now we're just gonna wing it. And I got this curved part. There we go. Curved part lined up. And I didn't cut my thread. I'm just gonna keep on sewing. I come up here a little bit from the edge where the paper is. So I get 1 or 2 stitches. Don't pull too hard because it's still attached here, right? To the previous piece. And then I do a second stitch. I'm gonna knot it, wrap around the needle, pull it, and then I'll just go up this side. So this seam, they don't need to match up as you're sewing. because depending on if you're kind of just eyeballing it when you're basting your pieces, they'll be a little bit off, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. As long as the basted top curve lines up when you sew two pieces together, that'll make your full flower even and nice. I'm going to do one more stitch in the corner, wrap my thread around the needle, and pull it through. Like so. So now I got 3 already. Let's continue. Fun, fun, fun. And again, just a couple of stitches away from the edge of the paper. And you'll feel it with your fingernail, or you can even do a little crease with your nail there just so that you can see it. And then sew up the side. And if you happen to take too big a stitch, just go back and redo the stitch. No need to undo everything. Just back up and come back. Let's see here. So anyway, I think this heat wave is affecting me. I'm like, it's not a heat stroke, but oh, it's making me like super sleepy. Too hot. So I think I know what a sloth feels like now, if this is how a sloth feels. Everything's like moving in slow motion. You just don't really want to do much. I'm going to feel for the edge right there. And you can kind of see it, right? Like so. I'm just going to come 1 or 2 stitches away from the edge. And do double stitch and secure, knot it, and sew my way up. Like so. And I hope all our friends in Florida are doing okay. The hurricane, it sounds super scary. I know what we got here in California, probably nothing, is probably nothing compared to what our Floridians are experiencing. If you're from Florida, I hope you're all okay. And I'm on the corner, second stitch, I wrap around and make a knot to secure. We got 1 more petal and 1 little flower done, almost. So these come together real quick, which is super fun. Let's see here. There we go. I'm going to secure that, knot it, and sew my way up. Oh, almost lost my thread. Oh no. I think I have just enough to go all the way around. This is exciting. It's so fun when you have just the right amount of thread to go around the whole project, right? And you don't have to re-thread it mid-project. Let's see, we go up here. If you have any questions about curved pieces, yeah, feel free to drop them in the comments too. And we can go over them today. And we'll knot it. Oh, Barbara's not on the curved module yet. Okay, then you get a little preview and it'll make it so much easier for you too. And I'm just gonna carry the thread to the last side. So I have all my 6 petals sewn here. I just need to connect the last side. Like so. Gonna knot that and sew up here. then when I come to the corner, I do one stitch and a second and wrap around the needle to knot it and secure. And now I can go ahead and bury my end of the thread in the seam here. Chop it off. And I can actually go ahead and just release these connecting thread pieces too, because I was just carrying my thread over, right? And you can choose if you want to trim these or not. Personal choice. Here we go. And then I flip it over and I got one little flower done. And see how the inside seams don't all match up perfectly? This is perfectly fine. It's a-okay. And of course, last week after I showed you how to baste these, I kind of couldn't stop myself, so I ended up basting a whole bunch more. And like I said, these come together really fast. So I got this one done. Oops, there we go. This one, this, this. So all the little floral prints, I just dug through my stash to grab some other prints that I haven't worked with lately and just started making petals. So now I got a whole bunch and I'll be making a whole bunch more. So then we got these done. Oh, okay, there we go. And oh, hi Rosemary. Hello. Lori, hope you're okay. Let's see. What happened here? Oh, Wendy says my sis in Tampa said she's ready. She's set a bowl and spoon next to her fridge so she can eat half her gallon of ice cream before it melts if they lose power. She's a smart woman, Wendy. I love it. Oh, I think, yeah, that's losing power. That's like the biggest pain in the butt, isn't it? Especially when you got a stocked refrigerator and a fridge. It's like, do you eat your way through all of that or what do you do, you know? I hope it passes them so that they don't have to deal with power outages and stuff. So we got this flower. So let me show you how to baste these little pie pieces. So I got I actually found some of my original templates from way back. So I'm just gonna use that. I'm gonna trace around it. Just gonna make sure to mark it so you can see. Okay. And then I'm just gonna do a rough cut. So I'm not flapping the whole piece of fabric around here. Just cut that out. There we go. And I got my glue stick. Put a little glue so it stays somewhat centered. I most of the time I prefer a 1/4 inch seam allowance, but if you you got the 3/8 inch of a seam allowance, that's fine too. Same concept, just that you have a little more fabric to work with. It might be a little bulkier as you're working on the curved parts, but it's a-okay. All right. So everybody follow along so far. And we have someone from Southern California. Hi from SoCal. Ah, that's Karen. Hi, Karen. Hello. So I'm going to go ahead and do my curved part first here. And notice how the glue goes all the way out into the sides of the seam allowance. Start in the center, holding it down. And then I work my way around. And make sure I feel the edge here where it starts to curve. And go and line it up. And you're going to get all these little creases here, right? Because it's curved. And that's okay. And then we come in and do the side. So whether you start doing right and left over or left and right over, as long as you stay consistent, it doesn't matter which way you go. Just do it the same, in the same steps throughout. So all your little tails are facing one way. There we go. So we got one piece there. So let's say you wanted to do the petal, but then one petal and one pie shape. Then this is where you would lay it up, right? Before you sew the petals together. But I recommend sewing all the pies first. So we're going to do that. And then if you're having a hard time getting the seam allowance on the sides as you're basting them to stay down, let me show you one more way you can do it. So there's never really like a right or wrong way, right? It's you just got to find something that works for you. Let me show you the other way you can baste this. From Wisconsin. Oh, Sherry, hello from Wisconsin. So nice to have you join us. Let's see here. There we go. You take a little dab of glue. And remember how I did this one? I basted, oops, here we go. I basted the top curved parts and then the sides. And this one, I'm going to do the sides and the curved part last. So you got two different ways you can do it. Like so. And you could thread baste these, but it's much easier glue basting. And notice, stay away. Try to not get glue right on the edge, but go into the sides of the fabric. And again, start in the center and kind of feel. And then here, when you're doing it this way, you want to make sure you line up the side edge here, right there. And here, line up the side edge. See, I got all that little mess here that's bulky. We're just gonna squish that down and push it. And make sure you don't get the little bubbles right along the edge. That's when you're gonna have edges that look bubbly, like wobbly, and they're not even, right? So you want to push those in. So that's the second way you can do. If you feel that your seam allowance here stick out too much, I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit. If they're like this, where they got little tails sticking out, we don't want that because that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay, there we go. We want to avoid this. You're gonna try to get edges that have no seam allowance sticking up. So you got two options. If you're comfortable doing it this way, and you can make sure that your seam allowance little tails on top don't peek up, then you can do it this way. Do the sides last, or do the top last if you find that you get cleaner top edges this way. Okay, so two options. Let's see, who is that? Oh, that's Kathy. Hi Elise, I'm not doing this project. Still catching up on the last two and have 4 quilts to do. Ooh, but love your tips. Oh yeah, that's totally fine. We just love you hanging out with us. Oops, that was Kathy. I just couldn't see your name here, but I see your name on Facebook. I'm looking on both monitors. Can't wait to see all your quilts as you're working on them too, Kathy. Hope you share some more photos. And then let's see. I missed this. I have a question. You can't do an EPP circle or semicircle? Yes, you absolutely can. Just that this pattern has these two variations. So either you do the pie centers so that we can fussy cut like striped fabric and get this effect, which you couldn't with the semicircle, right? You wouldn't get this effect. And then we got just this solid circle too. So, but you could definitely chop these templates in half if you want to and do semicircles. Absolutely. Lots of different options. So remember how I said to make sure your tails all face the same way? That way, when you go to sew these together, this seam, right? They just overlap and sit on top of each other. And all your tails will be twirling either counterclockwise or clockwise, depending on which direction you decide to baste. And there's no right or wrong way to direction of basting, right? As long as your tails all face the same way, you're good. But remember I said when you sew these, sew 3 together, so connecting sides, and sew 3 together. And then after, come back and sew the 2 halves together and start in the center and go out so that you match up all the points. Okay? And now, I should cap my glue. Man, I was so excited. I thought I got all the tech gremlins figured out, and then this happens too. Boo-hoo. I'm going to take the full circle here. Let's see. Okay, got that. Let me trim this. I'm actually starting to like these scissors quite a bit. They're nice. Yeah. There we go. And then I got my full circle here. Dab a little glue. Center it. There we go. I think that looks good. Yeah, looks kind of centered. Yes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just put glue all around the edge. And you don't need to put this much. I'm just putting extra so the camera will pick it up here for you. And grab your glue now that they got all these awesome back to school specials. Let's see. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. So do as I say, not as I do. Okay. And then we just start at one point here and go around. And make sure that you don't pull the fabric so that your paper bends. Just kind of feel the edge as you're bending the fabric over the paper. And then you just go around and you get these little folds, and that's totally normal. This is kind of like making those wontons. Have you ever made wontons at home? Yeah, you want to get those little cute little nice even folds on them. Kind of reminds me of that. But this would be an open wonton. So let me hold that up. Right, Sasa? Yeah, exactly. So these scissors, they take a little bit of getting used to, but they do grip the fabric really nicely. And I did get the little mini one to try out too. When it was on sale on Amazon, I just had to give it a try. Yes, as long as you don't drop it on your foot, you're golden. Oh, that hurt. And then you can come back and kind of just press these down. And if you happen to have a hot iron next to you, just go and give it a press. And that way it'll set all these little folds and they'll be nice and flat and not stick out. See how you can see the little folds stand out a little bit? So if you wanted to thread baste these, you would need basting thread. I would double it up so that it's strong. Put a big knot on one end and go around and then do gathering stitches and pull it. It's a little more cumbersome. I think once you kind of get the handle on how to glue base circles, they're so much faster. But if you if you're a hardcore thread baster, that's okay too, and you can totally do it. These are a little trickier because you would have to secure the stitches somewhere. But the rounded ones, you could definitely thread baste and it would be easy enough. Let's see. So Salsa has the green and turquoise, and the purple ones is next on your wish list. Oh, so you got so the turquoise is the one size down, right? I like these because like your whole hand goes through the hole. It's not like the little scissors, like where you're like trying to cut big piece of fabric and the blades are really long. So that's one big perk of this one. I really like my whole hand goes in there. Chuga chaga chuga chaga. Like that. Oh, Julie, what are they called? Salsa, would you mind sharing in the comments? What was it? Karen K. Buckley scissors. Yeah. Oh, it's like had a brain fart. Couldn't remember. And remember how we didn't base the centers of the petals? Dun 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 dun. Remember? So when you take the circle here, it's just gonna go right on top of your petals, like so. Oh, I like the contrast here. Don't ask me why I chose pink. I think it's all this like all of those Barbie movie commercials, like making me see pink everywhere. Everyone's talking about the Barbie movie. I haven't seen it yet. I hear mixed opinions, but pink it is. Pink everywhere. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know that, Lori. The mini ones can be taken on airplanes. Mine have been down to and back to Texas as well as Chicago. Love Oliver Scissors. They'll let you take this one on planes? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. This could totally be a weapon. It's so sharp. I'm not giving you any ideas though, right? I have the Fiskars folding scissors. Hold on, let me show you guys. Those that have been TSA approved. Like these I knew were safe to take on planes because they're dull pointed. They're not sharp. And then they actually just fold up like so. So these they're marketed as being TSA approved. So these I knew were safe, but I didn't know about these. Ah, that's good to know because these are nice and sharp. You can get in and even use it as a seam ripper if you need to. Da-da. Oh, see, that's a good tip. Salsa says the measurements are the whole thing. Includes handles, like the whole from tip to end of the handles, not just the blade. So I think people get confused when they buy these. Oh, oh, Barbara took her scissors to Ireland. Oh, sharp ones. Wow, see the things we learn. Oh, and Zaza said, not in Europe, Lord. They would totally confiscate it. Technically, scissors are still not allowed here, but they let you take little ones. Yeah, I think you could get away with something dull pointed like these, because they're hard to use as a weapon. I think these are pretty kid safe too. I think, yeah, I like these because even when I drop them, they don't like pierce my foot. Whoa, they even check your bag at the hospital, Lori? Wow. What have we come to? My goodness. So yeah, so you got options versus smaller scissors here. So yeah, I didn't know that you could take these. I guess maybe domestically it's okay, Lori, within the US. Maybe not risk it for international flights. Plus the rules change all the time anyways. So if you want to get a little head start for next week. So whether you decide to do the little pie shapes or the full circles, what you could even do is go ahead and baste. I'm gonna baste this one. I'll finish all my pies for next week. And if you want to, I can show how to sew those together. And if you already know, you can go ahead and get a head start and sew those. And I just added glue on the seam allowance of my circle center. Hi, Kelly. And then if you don't see my paper, I can kind of see where my paper goes underneath the fabric here. I'm just going to mark it so you can see here on camera, see? And now I can just place my circle on top within those markings. Ta-da! And hold it down. You could even give it a press, and then you can leave this until you're ready to EPP applique these. So we're gonna keep all the papers in and come back and sew them together. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that next week. And also, if you need a refresher next week on sewing your pies together, we can do that as well. But get all these pieces basted so that you have them ready to go. And make petals. My goodness. Maybe I'll choose a different color so I can work on one of these flowers with a set of petals. Or would the hot pink ones, go anywhere here? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, maybe this one? Yeah, why not? Okay, I can keep on making these. I'll make them in two different colors so you can see how they get placed together. Let's see. And hopefully the camera will not act bonkers next week. Cross your fingers. Let me see if I missed any questions. Oh, and Kim Rody says, I think as long as the blade is 4 inches or less, you're okay. Oh, that's good to know. See, Lori, you and me both haven't traveled internationally for a long time, so it's good to know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, don't take your nice scissors just in case they confiscate them, because I would be so angry if they did. Like these, the Fiskars ones, I think they're like $5 to $7. Yeah, any Hobby Lobby, Joann's, craft stores, and even on Amazon, I think these are like $5 to $7, depending, how the price fluctuates all the time. But yeah, I wouldn't mind losing these, but these were like what? They were on sale, but I think they go for like 15 to 20 now. I wouldn't want to lose these. Yeah. Plus, this one has a little loop-de-loop thing, so you can put it on little lanyard thing, so you have it around your neck or oops. Oh, good lord, this camera's confusing me. So you don't lose it, right? So you could just have it around your neck or on a little keychain attached to your little travel sewing bag, which I think we need to make one in the EPP club next. Dun-dun-dun. Let's see, let me switch camera. I'm gonna make sure I don't miss any questions inside the Facebook group. Let's see. That one. Here we go. Zoop. Oh, everything's like coming apart. Let's see here. Don't see any questions that I missed in the group. See, now I don't. Let me see 3 comments. Hold on, let me refresh. Any last minute questions before we wrap up for the day? Dun, dun, dun. And now I don't see myself. Oh, there we are. Barbara said American Airlines website said you can take up to a 4-inch blade. Yeah, it's wise to check with your airline. Yeah, that really makes sense. Oh, now it's giving me like random order. So Facebook is confusing me. Camera's confusing me. Everything's confusing me today. Let's see. Right? Yeah. Little sewing bag case thing. What would you call it? Project bag, sewing bag. Let me scroll up here. Oh, ooh. How did the jury duty go, Wendy? Did it finish okay? You didn't get stuck for like months and months? Child rounded tip child safety scissors. Yeah, those are always super cute too. I saw some really cute ones at Target. I was like, do I need these? No. Do I want them? Yes, but I don't need them. I think I got all the questions here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I've been checking like regularly. I've been trying to be better checking them on YouTube. They come in randomly, and then I don't always know which comment goes to which uh video post. It doesn't tell me when it pops up. So then I'm like answering. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm answering for the wrong project. But in the Facebook one, if you put it under the live video, the replays, then I'll be able to tell too. And if you're watching the replay now that the live is about to end, just put hashtag replay so that'll catch my eye quicker too. And then I know you have a question from watching the replay as well. Let me scroll down here. Hi Sonia, we're just about to wrap up. Hope you're doing safe. You're doing well and you're safe. Let's see. All right. Okay, so that wraps up today's live, and I'll see you next Tuesday. It's not a holiday or anything, right? September 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, September 5th. Ooh, September already. Get your pumpkin spice lattes ready, or any other chai or beverage of your choice. Plain black works for me. And I will see you next Tuesday at 12 o'clock, same time, same place.